Hello everybody, in this video I'm going to be showing you every spirit in Ethical Apple Farm. I'll show you what they do and how to get them. But before we start, remember to go join the giveaway in my Discord server down in the description. So you'll just click the link down in the description to my video to join my Discord server. And then you will come over here to my Discord server and just come put your YouTube username in this giveaway channel, and you'll automatically be entered into the giveaway. And then I'm planning for the giveaway to be on the 15th of next month here, and the winner will get a $10 Steam gift card. So remember to go do that. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so we're going to do this in a little bit of a weird order. We're not going to go just top to bottom, because some of these are a lot more complicated than others, and I'm going to do the simple ones first. So, first spirit we have is Ghost Defender. This is what it looks like, and this is its ability. It kills health inspectors, just like you saw there. The way to get it is, you just have to pay for it. It's 400 Robux, so that's like $5 on mobile and console, and a little less than $5 on PC. But yeah, that's what it does. It'll kill health inspectors. It will kill thieves that come to your farm. It will, I believe, attack acid monsters. It will not attack the entities in the maze, because there's no way to kill those other than just to have them die to the turret at the amazing shop. Alright, the next spirit we have is we are going to do the planet. So this guy's probably one of the best spirits in the game. Basically, you just click somewhere and you teleport straight there. Now the way you get this guy is over here in the maze, the silly fun maze. So you just walk through the portal, and we're gonna do this without a spirit because you won't have this guy while you're getting him. And he's just somewhere in the maze. So what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to like come up on here and jump to see if you can see anything. What you're looking for is a yellow glow, but the light in this game is a little bit glitchy, so you won't always see it. If you don't see it at first, come here to your settings and turn on experimental lighting, and then keep doing it and see if you can see anything. And I do not see anything at the moment, so we're going to go just walk over here, and it's right here. So this is what you're looking for. You'll find him eventually just wandering around. And try to get it as soon as possible, as soon as you see it, because as you can see, this worm guy, that rainbow guy, they're all chasing me, and if they catch me, they're going to kill me. So there are these entities that are chasing you around in the maze, and if they catch you, they will kill you. So try to get in and out as fast as possible. And like I said, if you can, jump up on those boxes and see if you can find like a yellow light and go there. If you can't, just wander around until you find it. Excuse me. I believe the maze is the same every time. There might be like a map out there somewhere, but I am not 100% sure. If there is, I will have a link to like a PDF or some image or something of the maze in the description, so you can go look there if you need help finding it. Moving on. Okay, the next bit we're going to do is Oakling. So the way you get this guy is basically the spirit chamber is just up there. So you just got to get up there. Now, if you already have the planet, this is really easy. You just equip the planet, and you can just teleport straight up there like this. And touch this little purple thing, and you'll get the spirit. If you do not have the planet, which I would recommend, I mean, the planet's just is super easy to get, so there's no reason not to get the planet before you go do this. But if you do not have the planet, then you do have to come over here across this bridge. And then go over here. Gotta walk across this like little tightrope thing and go across this bridge, and you gotta go up there, and touching those balls will kill you. Now, because this spirit is from up here, you actually can't get this in meat mode, because this little area is not accessible in meat mode. Same with the planet, you can't get that in meat mode because you can't go into the maze in meat mode, which it doesn't really matter because you can't use any spirits in meat mode anyway. But just a thing to keep in mind, I suppose. So this isn't too difficult, but sometimes you'll get unlucky and one will spawn like right on top of you. And then don't miss that jump like I just did. I'm going to try that again because I have to. Okay, maybe that jump isn't possible. Hold on. Okay. Give me a minute, guys. I have to do this now. Surely this jump is possible. Okay, yeah. So that is a possible jump. You don't need the planet to get him. And yeah. So basically what this guy does is it lets you get extra apples whenever you're shaking a tree. So this tree right here, it gets 8 apples. So if I shake this tree 8 times, I should end up with 64 apples. But if I do 1, 2, 3, 4, and I go pick all these off to make sure none of them despawn. So I should expect to have 32, but I actually have 35 because some extra spawned. 1, 2, 3, 4. You pick up all these apples. Right now I would expect to have 64, but I actually have 67 because a couple extra spawned. Actually, I don't think any extra ones spawned that time. But yeah, we got 3 more apples than we expected. So this guy just makes some apples spawn. They have a chance to be duplicated whenever you harvest a tree. So that's pretty cool. Moving on. We have Killer King. So Killer King you can buy for 3 diamond apples at the diamond apple shop here. Now the way you get diamond apples is there are a couple ways you can get them actually. Either one, you can drill them up with a drill, which costs 10,000 each. You can also get them from the trash here. It's pretty rare, but it is possible. Let's see what we get. We got a granny tree. And then you can also get it from... You can also get drills from Venzhir, which we'll talk about later. But basically, you place a drill down, and then you begin drilling, and it will start drilling. And it has a pretty small chance of drilling up a diamond apple. And then with a diamond apple, I believe if you craft it with a diamond... I believe it's a crafting recipe. I think it's a diamond apple and a enchanted apple. I just checked the wiki. It's actually an enchanted golden apple. You can craft a diamond apple and an enchanted golden apple to make a diamond tree, which always grows into diamond apples. And to get an enchanted golden apple, it's an enchanted golden... it's a golden apple plus an enchanted apple. To get an enchanted apple, it's a stardust apple plus a golden apple. And to get a stardust apple, you have to be in the good ascension after you ascend. You have to have less than 400 globs of pollution, and you have to not use any thieves. And now, that was Killer King's ability. So basically, it spawns a bomb, and the bomb will explode and kill you if you're nearby, and also destroy any nearby buildings. However, you can also defuse the bombs, which will give you random items. Oh, and apparently you can also get these apple drills from Killer King. I did not realize you could get... I actually didn't know the drop table at all. But I'm going to go off camera here and just do a bunch of bombs and see everything I get. And I know it is it's a relatively expensive drop table, I believe. So I will be back with you guys in a little bit. Alright, I'm back. So it looks like what you can get is golden apples, golden fertilizer, apple drills, and golden trees. According to the wiki, you can get diamond apples, but it doesn't list golden apples. So I think that's actually wrong. I might update that later. But basically what golden fertilizer does is, as you can see, I already used it. It spawns with 10 uses. It instantly makes a tree grow. It does not work on... Whoa. Oh, it also applies a GMO effect to it, I guess. It does not work on golden trees. Or quartz trees. Although it does apply the GMO effect to both. But again, the GMO effect does not affect quartz trees. And it may or may not affect golden trees. I'm not actually 100% sure. Alright, so that's all for Killer King. Moving on. Our next spirit is Darvy, which can also be bought for 3 diamond apples through the same methods that I mentioned for Killer King. And yeah, what she does is she spawns these chance blocks, and whenever you touch them, it can either multiply or divide your money by up to times 3. I think it's like 1.5 2 and 3 would be my best guess. I'm not 100% sure exactly which ones it is. But yeah, she's pretty awful, actually. Yeah, I just went from like 900 million to 100 million in like 15 seconds. So I don't really want to talk about her anymore. I don't like her very much. So moving on. So for this next part, I actually lost the audio because I had my microphone muted and I didn't realize. So I'm voicing this over, and I'm not very good at doing voiceovers, but I'm going to try my best. So our next spirit that we're doing is Cazadora. I think that's how you pronounce it, but I'm not 100% sure. So basically, he acts like a thief. He can go around and like teleport to the richest player on the server's base, or the second richest if you are the richest. And he'll shake their best tree and automatically give you the apples for it. And he doesn't anger health inspectors, so, and I believe you can still get the angelic ascension if you use him. So the way you get him is you actually have to craft him. You have to use the recipe is a lizard tree, which you can get from this amazing deals shop, which is why I'm in here now. It's like $10 million if you can find it. Or you can just get that tree from beating death mode. I believe you spawn with one in the center of your plot if you beat death mode. And then the other tree you need is, or the other apple you need is a diamond apple. So it's lizard apple plus diamond apple. And of course you already know how to get a diamond apple because I just spent half of Killer King section talking about diamond apples. So right now I'm just kind of demonstrating how to find the shops. Right now I think I was talking about how I'm pretty sure certain shops, like there are multiple shops in the maze and how I'm pretty sure they have different stock. That's not true. Every shop in the maze has the same stock, but it refreshes every day. So just go to one of the shops in the maze every day, like every in-game day, every morning, and check to see if it has a lizard tree. Make sure you have at least $10 million. That's how you get the lizard tree. And then we'll equip this guy, and then we will go over, and I gotta get my ult on, so here's my ult, and then it takes a minute to get him to do it, so we'll just stand over here for a minute, because I actually, at this point, I'd never actually seen him do the ability before. So, you just give him a minute. He'll do the little, like, teleporting animation. Like that. And then, he goes over and shakes the eye tree. And then those apples disappear from the tree. And they would have appeared in my inventory, but my inventory was glitched at the moment for some reason. They'll appear here in a second. I go and buy a crafting table to see if I can see them in the crafting menu. But, they end up appearing anyway. Yeah, the server's just being really slow right now. Yeah, so they've just appeared. As you can see, I don't have any eye trees on my farm, but they did appear in my inventory because I stole them from my ult there. So that's how Cazadora works. It can be pretty good, especially in like death mode. If you can get like an ult on and steal their really good apples. Cazadora is disabled in nightmare mode, so you can't use it, and then obviously in meat mode you can't use any spirits, so that obviously doesn't work. So then moving on, our next spirit is Wrathios, who I also don't have any audio for, so we'll get straight into that. The way you get Wrathios is by doing a Devilish Ascension, which is basically just if you have more than 400 globs of pollution, or if you have used thieves. And again, like I just said, I don't know if Cazadora counts as a thief. I don't think it does, so I think you're actually safe to use Cazadora. But what you just saw now is I just made my alt reset their character, and then Wrathios gets his red aura, and then he dropped a little jar out. As you can see, my alt's name is Zugastog, so it says Zugastog Soul. It just tells you who you got the soul from, and then it has money. So if I use that jar, I'll get that amount of money, and the way that's calculated is it's about 1% of how much money they have at the time of the jar being generated. So basically, my alt had like a little less than $900,000, and then it died to a health inspector, I think. Yeah, it died to a health inspector. So then it got cut down to like 480 or like 400 and what was that, like, yeah, $490,000, and then I sold 1% of that. And the reason that my alt died to a health inspector is because Wrathios actually makes health inspectors on the server angry towards other players, which causes them to kill the other players, which causes Wrathios to steal their soul and get you money. The only downside to that, though, is if you're the only player on the server, Wrathios will actually anger the health inspector towards yourself, and then you don't get a soul jar whenever you die. You just get fined half your money from dying to a health inspector. And the one other thing Wrathios does is there's a thing that you can get called a soul burner. You can get it from for $200,000 when it's being sold at the amazing shop, the amazing deal shop, whatever it's called, that I showed you at the beginning of Wrathios. And basically, you can sacrifice souls to it that you get from Wrathios from killing players, and depending on how valuable the soul is, you can boost a you can like burn the soul, and it'll burn for longer depending on how valuable it is, and it just boosts the surrounding trees to make them grow their apples faster. So I will cut to a clip to show you that now, and then we are back to not voiceover Toilet King anymore. So I'll cut to that right now. So here is using a soul. So basically, I hold a soul. This guy is from later in the video. I can offer souls from Wrathios, and basically, depending on how much the soul was worth, we can start burning the soul. And if I turn on struct ranges here, I should be able to see this range, and it just makes the trees in its range grow faster, and it does have a chance to pollute. Oh, my slug just fell off trying to get that. But yeah, that's about what all this does. So it's a little bit inconsistent, you know, with needing people's souls. So if you have an alt, you can just have them... You could, like, have them set up with thieves like I do, and then have them steal money, and then have them reset their character, and then take their souls and feed it to your soul feeders. But yeah, it's a little bit inconsistent, so it's not the best, but yeah, like I said, it'll just make all the nearby trees grow faster. So that's what this does. So it turns out that I actually don't have any audio for my next two spirits. So this is voiceover Turtle King again. So our next spirit is Angelios. And basically, the way you get Angelios is with a angelic ascension, which you can get. You have to meet two requirements, which is no thieves and less than 400 globs of pollution caused. And you can see your globs of pollution on this little sign in front of your base. And basically, what Angelios does is it's got two abilities. One of them is speeding up an oven. So first, I think I'll show you oven without Angelios. So that big time up above the oven is going up by 1 every second. But now in a second here, if I equip Angelios, as you can see, it's now going up by 5 every second. So basically the way the oven works is it makes your apple, it takes the total cost of all of the apples you put in and makes it more, it makes it exponentially more valuable until like 6,000 seconds or something. And then it just stays the same after 6,000 seconds, and then I think it's like 10 times as valuable at 6,000 seconds. Now, Angelios' second ability is to speed up time, which I will show you here in just a second. It just takes a minute. So basically, you go around and you pick up apples until, and then there's every time you pick up, you or one of your dogs picks up an apple, there is a chance for it to speed up time, which I will show you now. Alright, so it's about to happen here any second now. And yeah, so there's this little text that appears at the bottom of the screen that says time is being accelerated, and as you can see, this apple tree, if you look at how many apples it has, is growing a lot faster than it would otherwise. This is a server-wide effect, so it will actually make trees on everybody's farm all over the server grow faster. So this can be a really good thing, because this can actually affect you even if you're in like nightmare mode, or meat mode. You can have an alt speed up time to speed up all of your apples. Alright, so moving on, our next spirit is Paragon. So the way you get this is by beating death mode, which basically, whenever you go into this white portal over here, it'll give you the option to suffer, and you have to click yes or suffer, or whatever the button says, and there are a couple differences in death mode. Most of them, it tells you right up front, like before you click suffer, but, Wrathios, like we saw earlier, the, highest amount that you can have in a single soul jar is $10,000. Actually, I don't know if I said that earlier. The highest amount you can have in a soul jar in Wrathios is $10,000. Death mode decreases that down to 1,000. And then there are a couple other effects it has. It'll tell you most of them. I'd recommend getting Killer King before you go into death mode because its bombs drop a bunch of really good items, and the bombs can destroy buildings, including like all the little debris and stuff and the mushrooms that spawn around your farm. So I'd recommend getting Killer King before you go into death mode. But basically, what Paragon does is it gives you 20 degrees on Sequoia rituals and 1 to 100 degrees on potions, which I actually never got to work. I always just kept getting 80 degrees no matter how many times I did it. So I'm going to show you a Sequoia ritual here, where I should have only gotten 80 degrees, but I actually get 100 degrees because of Paragon. So I put these reels over here for some reason, even though the Sequoia ritual can't reach them. And it's actually a little bit sad, because if I want to, now I just have this Sequoia tree permanently on my base back here. If I want to get rid of it, I have to do meat mode again, and I don't want to do that, but I also don't want the Sequoia tree back here. So we'll just wait for this to go. And the ritual obviously is too far away to get those other ones, and that little 100 means that I got a 100 degree tree, which that should have only been 80 degrees, because basically the way the degree system works is you can sacrifice up to $100,000 of material to the ritual, and for every $1,000 you sacrifice, you get an extra degree. So I sacrificed $80,000 worth of drills. That should have gotten me a degree 80 tree, but I got a degree 100 because Paragon added an extra 20 degrees onto my tree. So then, moving on to the potion part. Alright, now to demonstrate the potions, I will harvest this tree, and then I will brew a potion with all of these apples, without Paragon, and show you what degree it gets. And then I will brew the same potion with like the same apples and everything with Paragon and show you what degree it gets. So I'm also going to go put the same combination of apples into the better brewery, which you can get from the Aether, which you get, there's that little purple portal over there that appears after you beat Nightmare Mode. So I've just put both of these in, and I will see you in a minute when these are done. Alright, our first potion's just finished brewing, So if we take this out, it is a degree 80 out of 100 potion. I think I was missing a gold apple. I don't actually know all what you need for a degree 100 potion. Whoops. But this is the potion effect here. And as you can see, we have 1800 seconds. And now this potion should be done any minute. Maybe it takes longer. I don't know. I'll be back with you guys when this is done. Alright. This is just finished brewing. We finished brewing. We have an 80-degree super potion that didn't do anything. I think this might be slightly bugged. But as you can see, they were both 80 degrees. Now for my next demonstration, when I do the same potion, I'm not doing the super potion because it took like 3 times as long. Just grab all these. And we'll come over and put this in here. And, yeah, I will be back with you guys in just a minute. Alright, here we are. I'm going to equip Paragon before I get this potion. And it is still a degree 80. I think I have to have it equipped the whole time. I'll be right back. Alright, so it took a couple tries. For some reason, when I put my apples in the first, 3 times, it just didn't work. I had to pick up the brewery and put it back down. But it worked. So if we finish brewing, we got still an 80-degree potion. It didn't work. So this guy, he is maybe a little bit bugged. If any of you guys can figure out how to get this guy to work, tell me down in the comments. So I think we'll just move on to our next spirit then, which is Biene. I don't know how to say it. I think that's how you say it. Basically what she does is she spawns bees. And these bees, they go and they go on trees and they make the apples grow faster. Which is actually the same effect that you get from the Honeycrisp trees. Whenever you buy a Honeycrisp tree and you put it down, it's got like a little beehive. And I don't know what that little blue line is. I think it's something to do with my potion. I don't ever use potions. But occasionally this tree will spawn bees, which is the same ability that this spirit has. To get Biene, you have to click all 10 beehives around the map, and after you get them, they disappear. So I'm actually going to have to go onto another account to show you how to get these, so I will be right back. And you do need the planet to teleport to get to some of the locations, so do make sure that you have this one from the maze. So the first beehive is right over here. Just click it, and it'll disappear. The second beehive is over, I can't see anything, but it's over by it's over on the tree, on the sky, or water pond, or whatever it's called, sky pond, yeah, it's up here, right there. The third one is, over where you get Oakling. It's like there's a little tree next to the spirit chamber. Whoops. Then there's also one right here, so we may as well just get this one. What? Okay. That's 4. Number 5 is a blue beehive over by the diamond shop. Right here. Whoops. Number 6 is by the leaderboard. Right here. Number 7 is up on one of these shriveled trees. Up here, so this is one of the ones you need to teleport for. It's hard to see right now, but it's this island up here right behind the portals. The 8th one is on the island, this island, smaller one, behind the maze portal. If I can get up there. It's not letting me teleport. Hold on. There you go. It's up on this island, right here. The 9th one is in the shop. Gary's shop. Right there. And the 10th one is on a rock somewhere on the outskirts of the island. I don't remember exactly where. So if you give me a minute... Oh, the weather's clearing up here. Right here. Behind, or in between these two rocks. On the opposite side of the portals. So like the portals over there, the very opposite side of the map. Here's the last one. And that is all 10. So now... yeah, we'll get this new spirit unlocked. And now... in a minute... maybe... perhaps... maybe if I reset my character... there we go. We have Biene. So then that just leaves one more spirit, which I'm going to have to switch back to my main account for, which is Venzhir. So Venzhir you get from beating meat mode, which is pretty difficult. It took me about 18 hours. I streamed the whole thing on my channel. I have a playlist if you want to go watch that. But I streamed the whole thing, and then Oaklings actually came on and talked a little bit about this guy. He told us a little bit about its abilities. This guy actually has a lot of abilities. He mimics 5 other spirits, which are Ghost Defender, Angelios, Wrathios, Killer King, and Darvy. And according to Ooflings, he's also supposed to copy Oaklings, but in my testing at least, it did not seem to. And then he also has his own ability, where it's like Blood Rain, and it speeds up time, and it spawns little servants that don't anger health inspectors, and they go around and collect trees on everybody's plots. So you've just seen 2 visibilities already. Killer King is right here. I'll show you right now all of the different items you can get from his bombs, because the bomb drops are different than Killer King. They're similar, as like they're both drop tree, fertilizer, drill, and apple, but he drops like different apples and stuff. So I'll show you that now. Alright guys, so this is everything that you can get from the bombs. You can get Shimmer Fertilizer, which has 30 uses and instantly grows the tree that you use it on, which I cannot demonstrate because all of these trees instantly grow. There's an eye tree, which doesn't have the little stem, like actual tree part for some reason. It's just the pot, which is true for all of the eye trees. I only have one in my inventory, but that always happens. And an apple drill. And then it can also actually drop a lizard apple, which is worth, I think, 7.5 thousand, or like 75,000, and then it that comes out to 1.5 million, I believe, whenever you sell it because of your 20 times multiplier. And then he also has this Darvy ability. I'm kind of scared to do it. Yeah, it didn't change my money for some reason, but I would have lost 9 billion there. It doesn't work all the time. So that is 2 of his abilities. As you just saw, he had like a little line of text that he said, and he has different dialogue depending on what he's doing. So like whenever you first equip him, he can say "good to be back," and whenever he's dropping a bomb, he'll say like "be careful" or "I'm dropping you a bomb." So he has lots of different dialogue for every different thing he does. So you've already seen him do Killer King and Darvy, but if you own Ghost Defender, he'll also do the Ghost Defender thing and kill health inspectors and thieves and all that. And then his other two abilities are Angelios and Wrathios. So I'll have to get my ult back on to show you Wrathios. But Angelios is pretty simple to show. I'll just need a lot of apples. Am I gonna fill up my apple thing before I... There we go. So as you can see, time is being accelerated. It's just the same thing as before. This, like if I come over here for this little acorn tree, it's got 4 acorns. 1 acorn. Okay, well, you didn't really see it because it took me so long. But, yeah, it makes it grow really fast. More similar fertilizer. It's just exactly the same as Angelios. So what have we done so far? We've, so I still have to show off Wrathios' ability, and then I also want to show, its unique ability. So I'll be right back after I get my ult on. Alright, so my ult is on. Right now it has... I can't see because there's a little notification in the way. Hold on. It's $437,288. So as you can see in the background over here, I just reset my character, and Wrathios does the same thing. It just drops a little soul, and we can use it if I turn up my money thing here. Can use it, and I'll get a couple $1,000. But as with most of Venzhir's other abilities, it's actually better than the spirit that it inherits it from, because... Okay, so my ult now has 1.5 million. So now if I reset... I get a $15,000 soldier. So it's better because it can have higher value soldiers. Which means you can do that soul burner that I showed you earlier. You can make it go for longer with these soldiers because it's dependent on how valuable the soul is. And then the last thing I want to show you is the weather event. But that takes forever to happen, so I'll be back with you guys in a couple minutes when that happens. Okay guys, I've been waiting here for like 45 minutes or something, and he hasn't done it, so I'm just going to show you the wiki page. Now I actually made this wiki page, so I've seen it before, I've taken screenshots of it, it's just I can't get it to happen again. But here is a picture in the gallery, here's a picture of, I don't actually have a picture of the animation. During the event, it's like blood rain, so it's just like the rain event, except the rain is red. And then he'll spawn these little guys, like in the middle of the map. And then they'll go and just walk to each individual person's, like they'll just go and, idle for 15 minutes. They'll just spawn in the middle and walk to people's farms and harvest their apples, and they won't anger health inspectors. And it also accelerates time a little bit. It doesn't give you the little like time is being accelerated like you saw with Angelios, but it does accelerate time a little bit. And it doesn't do like the little aura thing. So I am a little bit sad I can't show you the actual event, because it's pretty cool. He does like a little animation, and he'll say something. Let's see, what can he say? He can say, "Did you enjoy my little show?" or "That never gets old," are the only 2 lines I've seen him say. But, yeah, so that's a little bit unfortunate, but other than that, that's the end of this video. It's been a little bit of a long one. I think I started editing it while I was waiting for it, and we're up to almost 45 minutes, even without this little section at the end. So I'm going to wrap this up. Remember to go join the giveaway. Link to my Discord server in the description. And I will see you guys next time.